Hey guys, it's Sarah, and I am here with a Victoria Marie challenge this weekend that we are doing over on the Victoria Marie Facebook group. So every weekend we put out a weekly challenge, the design team does, and we are challenging this week. Christy and I are challenging you to use 3 different types of thicker packages on your layout. So I have pulled 3, which I showed you just a few seconds ago there. And I'm going to be using all 3 of those. And the reason we chose this is because I think we all have thicker packages. And they take a long time to get through, especially the alphabets, because you use them for a long time and then you still have some and then there's some. So it just kind of takes forever. But we wanted to challenge you guys to use 3. So definitely, most likely will be 1 for a title. And then there's also thicker packages, if you can see there, that have complete words on them. So those could be your titles, or they have stars, or they have hearts, or they have arrows. Even some have music signs and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're challenging you to do this week. And if you're not already on the Victoria Marie page, I highly encourage you to go over and check it out and play along with us. It's a lot of fun. All right, so I have pulled some papers here. I pulled a whole bunch of 6x6 paper pads, and I am using them for my layering on this layout here. So I have a piece of blue cardstock, which is going to be my background, and then that blue camera paper there is from Amy Tangerine. That's a very old piece of paper. It's from her Ready, Set, Go line. And then I used some pink paper from, I think, Creative Agenda from Echo Park, from the 6x6 paper pad. And then I used a piece of vellum from Die Cuts with a View, and it has gold hearts on it. And then these other 2 papers here, the one with the pluses is definitely from Creative Agenda, as well as the one with the dates on it. And then I also have a little scrap there from Heidi Swap. All right, so in order to bring in all of these papers together, I'm going to ink the edges of all of them with some Distress ink. And that's something I've been doing quite a bit lately. For some reason, I keep reaching for them, and I really like the look. I think it kind of brings everything together. It makes it all look like it's supposed to go together, and I just really like it, even though I'm using things from, multiple different lines. So this color that I'm using here is called Broken China, and it's a nice blue. And so I'm just going to go ahead and ink the edges of all the papers here. The only one I didn't do is the one that I mounted my picture on, and that's okay. I didn't really feel like I needed it since I had the vellum behind it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting all of this down here. I really love that paper. It's very subtle. Technically it could be a busy paper, I guess, because, it has cameras all over it, but it's actually kind of subtle. Okay, so this layout is going to be about my daughter, Kaylin. She's my older daughter, and she just turned 8. Her birthday was March 4th. So this was the picture I snapped of her before she went to school. So this is a picture from her actual birthday. Now, this little piece of paper here is from Creative Agenda from Echo Park, from their 6x6 paper pad. And diagonally on it, it has all the months of the year along with numbers on the bottom that can represent dates. So it's kind of, it'll have a line of months in order and then a line of numbers in order, and it goes 1 through 31. So I am going through and I am using a black Sharpie, and I am doing her birthday. So I'm going to color in all of the Marches and all of the 4s, basically. So that's going to be kind of her date, I guess you could say, on it. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm watching Sons of Anarchy, so pardon me. Yeah, that's what I was watching at this one. I'm in season 5. I'm almost halfway through season 5, and it's a really, really good season, but I stop every so often and watch what's going on. But yeah, I'm going back and forth between Netflix, which is what I'm watching Sons of Anarchy on, and my DVR, which I'm watching Fargo on. And so I'm kind of going back and forth between those right now. But Sons of Anarchy, I'm so close to being done. I just need to do it. So, oh, actually, did I say season 5? I might be in season 6. Let me look. Let me look real quick while I am coloring in all of those Marches and 4s there. Yeah, so also along with me here doing this Thickers challenge is also Christy, and I will leave you a link to her channel if you guys want to go check her out. She also does YouTube videos, and she's on the design team as well, so she's going to be doing the same challenge as I am this weekend. So I would encourage you, I'll actually try to leave a link to her video directly if I can. And yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my layers down here. I really like the way that that looks, and I'm trying to make sure I don't cover up too many of the dates because I do have a few other things that I need to put down. Okay, yes, I am in season 6 of Sons of Anarchy. I don't know why I said season 5. I'm in season 6, almost 5 episodes in now. Okay, so I have that frame there, and that is from Amy Tangerine, and it says This Happened. And then I have a little 8 there that is kind of a transparent, but it's an aqua, so it's not completely see-through. That's from Heidi Swap, and I've had little random pieces from that package for so long, so I'm really trying to use up what I can here. So I used the 8 there, and I stapled it using my tiny attacher, and that's where my journaling is going to go. So I'm trying to figure out what I can use to put in that frame. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this 4x6 lined Project Life card. The grid ones were just a little bit too small. There was too much of a gap in order to be able to put it in there. So I'm just going to use a 4x6 and cut it down. So go ahead and stick that, and then I will cut it down along the sides here. And that's where my journaling is going to go. I'm going to put it right there. And now I'm going to work on my thickers and figure out what I'm going to use. Initially, what jumped out at me for this one is called Celebrate, and it was the happy and the birthday. So I was going to, use all these, happy and birthday. And then I also had one that says Celebrate, and I wanted to use that one as well, that really pretty Celebrate right there. And then, however, I couldn't make the happy work. It was just a little bit too big. So I was like, no, I was kind of, I need to either use the Celebrate or the happy, which one? And I chose to use the Celebrate. Because my title, I wanted it to be Celebrate Turning 8. And that's how I was going to use my thickers. And then I also grabbed that little Love You as well from that thicker package. And then these right here, I don't have a name for these. I got them at TJ Maxx, I think, quite a few years ago. And they're just a gold foam, pink foam. And for some reason, I lost the branding up at the top. So I have no clue what the name of those are. But it's a pink foam and they're tiny. So I used those to make the word turning, and it fits perfectly in that frame there. So Celebrate Turning 8. And then I have these here, which are called Beautiful, and they are a gold glitter thicker, and they're foam as well. And I'm using a couple of pluses. I guess you could use them as crosses, but they'd be weird shaped crosses, I guess. So I used 3 little plus signs there. And I wanted to do that because I do have plus signs in the pattern paper as well. And I have a hard time using plus sizes. Plus sizes, oh my gosh, Sarah, talk, words. Plus signs. I have a hard time using them. I don't know. So I just figured I'd go ahead and use them while I can here. And then I'm happy with the way they look. Those bows are from Maggie Holmes, and I used 2 of them here. And then I have one of these epoxy stickers. This is from Amy Tangerine as well. So I like where everything is, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting some stuff stuck down. I am going to go ahead and do my journaling first before I stick everything else down, so I'm not trying to write over it. Excuse me. I can't believe she's 8 years old. It's like, it's crazy to me that I have an 8-year-old. I don't know. Time goes so fast with these kids. And I always tell her I don't like it. I tell her to stop growing because I don't like it when she gets older. But she's so incredibly smart and just honestly so sweet. And I'm really proud of the little girl that she's turning into. So that's kind of what my journaling was. I decided not to put the dot on the I because it's there's just not enough room, and it's fine. You can still see what it says. So I used that birthday tag down there, and then I'm going to put the Celebrate up on top. I really like the font on that. Oh, sorry. I think my dog hit my camera, hit my tripod there. Okay, so I'm putting everything else down here where I had it before, which was the beauty of that wax paper. I knew exactly where it was going to go. And that is going to complete my layout, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please come join us over on the Victoria Mary Facebook group. You have all week to make a layout using 3 different packages of thickers and post it to the group. That would be awesome. I'd love to see you over there, and make sure you go check out Christy's as well. I'll have a link to both of those in the description. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you again soon. Bye.